Hello, BS91 here in today's video. In this video today, I'm doing a second video on something fun today for my Halloween horror series I'm doing for my content and stuff. This video today, I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna do a couple two or three different videos of what your favorite horror movie is, who your favorite what type of favorite horror slasher killer character is, favorite scary movie type deals. So I'm gonna do this kind of very different. So in this one here, I'm gonna put on here my favorite Stephen King of horror movies. Now, Stephen King has done, several different other movies and stuff. He's done horror, and he's done some other different types of movies and stuff as well. But I have on here my top 11 favorite Stephen King films that I like. And if I don't have anything on here that you guys didn't notice I don't have, comment section below. Let me know. But I am going to do a couple different topics like this. I'm going to do one with favorite horror villain slashers, favorite other types of horror movies and stuff. So kind of make this kind of fun part of my horror series. So okay, for my first one is going to be number 11 is going to be Christine, which is one about the car and stuff. One of the things I like about this movie is that it's a car, and it's kind of an interesting movie where, it's a car and it's just killing people. Well, the car is actually haunted in a way. Not just that, but not just that, but the guy that actually bought the car, I'm pretty sure over time, as he was driving that car, I'm pretty sure it possessed him over time too. So, I think that this was one of my favorite, probably one of my favorite horror movies is Christine. You don't really see too many movies like that where it's a car. I find it very kind of cool though. So, number 10 is going to be Stephen King's The Shining. I think enjoying that movie was quite interesting. Especially Jack Torrance's character. I think one of the things I like about this movie is it does give you a pretty good thriller, not just thriller, but a really good goosebump scare and bunch of other things. For the movie for The Shining and stuff. I remember watching when I first watched this movie. There were some pretty interesting scare parts in this movie. Some pretty creepy stuff, like the woman in the bathtub scene. That was really kind of scary. And the second one, the two girls that stand in the hallway, I think that was kind of. Of course, though, the thing about The Shining, the motel that they stayed in or wherever is actually a real haunted place. So there was that, but still, though, I kind of find it interesting about the movie and stuff. I think Shining is a really good movie, especially for scares and not really scares, but just a really good really good story about a guy who's writing a book, and that book is what's going on in the movie, which is really kind of cool and terrifying to say the least when your wife and your child are part of it. Um, for this number 9 is Doctor Sleep, which is basically the sequel to The Shining. One of the things I like about this movie, I like that they showed flashbacks from like the first movie and the kid that was on the bicycle riding around in the hallway scene. I like how they kind of went back to that character and explained like where he's been, what's happened to him over the years. Um, deal. One of the things that was really interesting about this movie is that apparently the kid that's all grown up, he had apparently a special gift, and I don't remember exactly what his gift was called, but like he had this ability to where he could see ghosts and like not just ghosts but like other paranormal like things, and it was um I think the one villain in there that was called, I think they called her just a top hat like character. I'm not sure 100% sure what her actual name was, but I think they just ended up calling her like Top Hat or whatever. I thought her character was really interesting. Basically, she was going around collecting like souls of like people or whoever that had a very special gift, or they were very gifted, basically. So, kind of interesting story. Was this movie really scary? Um, I don't know if I'd call it scary. More, I'd probably put it more in like the thriller aspect. I don't think there's really anything that was really terrifying. There's probably some things that were probably creepy, but like, I kind of like the fact they had Ewan McGregor in this, which was really really good movie and stuff. I thought for his character. So, moving on, number 8 is The Mist with the little fog, and it had like creatures and things in it and stuff. I thought that movie was kind of cool, and I think the ending was kind of a little messed up afterwards. But like, I think The Mist was a really interesting movie and stuff, uh, especially for especially for this especially for a type of movie like that. Um, there's not too much to say about that movie. Other than the fact that I enjoyed it. It's an okay movie. I don't know if it's like I don't know if I want to say it's like the best one out there, but it is a favorite of mine that I really enjoy. Um, Number 7 is 1408, which had John Cusack and Samuel Jackson in it. Which the thing about this movie, it was kind of a haunting movie. It kind of had a different feel to it turn with this movie. It's been a little bit since I've actually seen that movie and stuff. I know this year for Halloween, for horror movies this year, we're kind of doing Stephen Stephen King movies this year and stuff for Halloween. Mainly the ones that are like scary and like not really the ones that are just scary, but like um ones that I think will be worth showing for Halloween and stuff. Because I know there's some Stephen King movies that aren't really they're not really scary. There's just some that have like a real thrill twist to them. So some of them aren't really all scary. Some of them are kind of like different type movies. Like for instance, like the Green Mile and like Shawshank Redemption. Those ones weren't really scary. They were just drama like ones really, and they were both actually really good movies. Next one is going to be number 6, and that is Children of the Corn. Now, the thing about this movie that's really interesting, you kind of get the feel that the children are the ones actually doing the killing, which is really, really the whole point of this film. It's been a little bit since I've seen Children of the Corn. I've only seen probably I've only seen probably maybe a couple of those movies. I haven't really seen all of them because I know they made so many of them and all different versions. So, um, the fifth movie is going to be the Silver Bullet one about the werewolf and character and stuff. I understand this one's not a big favorite for a lot of people, especially this type of movie. But I like the fact that it's got I like the fact it's got the young Corey Haim that was in it, and Gary Busey that's also in it too, which is kind of cool. Nice little cast. I think it's the thing about Silver Bullet is like I kind of like the werewolf aspect that they have with it. So, number 4 is a really good classic, and that is Cujo. Um, I think Cujo was probably an interesting film too. I kind of like what they did with that film. Um, Having a skunk, or I think it was a skunk or something that kind of bit the dog and gave him rabies and stuff, which is what kind of made him the way he was, what made him rabid and everything and stuff. Um, but yeah, I really liked what they did with Cujo. Um, I think that's why Cujo's number 4 on my list. I think for number 3, I have what is Maximum Overdrive, which is the one where a lot of things like start coming to life, like semis, lawnmowers, let's see, soda pop cans, shooting. There's just a lot of things in this movie. Ice cream trucks. So basically, I find it really kind of interesting for those types of movies. So, um, I find it kind of cool that some of these movies, all these Stephen King movies and stuff, I like the fact they have Stephen King that cameoed in some of these movies and stuff, which is kind of cool. Kind of similar to your Marvel Stan Lee. May he rest in peace. For number 2 and number 1, I'm gonna go ahead and hit these two up. Are going to be the both 1 and 2 It movies. I hope you know, I was not a big fan of clowns and stuff. I used to have a fear of clowns and stuff. Um, I just didn't really like them. I had no intention of going to see one, going to meet one, or even talk to the dude. Yeah. Anyway, I think it really kind of creeped me out. I think the newer versions really kind of gave me a different feel for the character than the original. Yes, the original was a classic, and it kind of gives what it's worth. But like, um, but yeah, I think both of those movies were actually pretty good, and I really enjoy those. So those are my 11 Stephen King movies I enjoy. Post a comment in the section below and tell me what your favorite Stephen King movie is of the Stephen King franchise. If you'd like me to do more horror things like this, comment section below. Let me know. I'll try and come up with some other stuff for this Halloween month. And for you to keep up with new content, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.